tire now. Come, sharply. Madam, she been as usual make a pop and 40 rand. Tire for back now 22, 425. So make I get up to 40.
Yes, so not 40 around. No cheat me, oh. Make I no go here say my tire go down for road. You know I'm traveling. Hurry before traffic holds.
That's the mark now.
Organizer, don't do am like that now. My motor paper, show you sabi say dey risky to allow organizer to dey pump your tire without the right specification. To sabi approve tire specification, tire size and pressure for your motor, join with the kind weight wey your motor suppose carry. Make you run go check your driver's door big pillar wey dey close to the seat belt. For that sticker, you go see am there, or for the door of your fuel for some other motors them, even for the boot for driver's side or inside your owner's manual. No overgauge your tire. Remember say it's the joint to make tire expand when you dey use am for road. Another one called the make tire to blow out when you don't overgauge am already. My paper, make you no buy Tokumbo tire. Original, now original anytime. Life no get duplicates. This message are from Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. Moving you forward even as they move Lagos forward. Join.
Your home for timely, reliable, accurate, dynamic, innovative, and objective traffic reports. That's why we are your T Radio on 96.1 dial. Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. Moving Lagos forward.
Yes, when you hear this sound, it means it's time for us to connect with you and our environment. Looking at best ways to keep it clean, make it sustainable and healthy for all of us to live in. Lagos, welcome to Cleaning Edge. This is your compelling and informative radio program dedicated to raising environmental awareness and promoting sustainable sanitation practices. Of course, you know how we do it. We talk about, the importance of becoming environmentally conscious, and, we share with you ways at which you can dispose and manage your waste, most importantly. And we also let you in on some of the strategies LOMA and also policies that LOMA has come up with, all in a bid to achieve a cleaner and more sustainable environment. And this program is brought to you by Lagos Waste Management Authority, LOMA, and it is in partnership with Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. Welcome to the show. My name is Mike James. Today we shall be looking at, sustainable waste management as a, catalyst for a better environment. That's what we shall be looking at. And I'll be sharing with you some, practical ways at which we can, dispose our waste properly and take care of our environment, most importantly, because that's what this show is all about. That's what it's dedicated to. Becoming environmentally conscious, knowing that it is our responsibility to take care of our environment, because in turn it has a way of getting back at us. So if we are conscious and we do the right thing as it regards, keeping our environment clean and doing the proper, carrying out proper waste management habits, of course we'll live peacefully in it, yes. But if we do the otherwise, what's going to happen. There'll be spread of diseases and airborne, waterborne diseases, and that'll have a way of getting back at us. And we understand that cleanliness is a core aspect of our faith and our responsibility to society. Yes, and of course, let's not forget that while Islam teaches that cleanliness is half of faith, that's Sahih Muslim 223. The Bible also instructs in 1 Corinthians 14:40, and it says, let all things be done decently and in order. So as we observe the holy month of Ramadan and the lengthened period, these sacred times call for a reflection, not just on our spiritual lives, but also on our surroundings, which is very important. Now, a clean environment reflects a pure heart. And as stewards of the earth, it is our duty to embrace sustainable waste sorting practices that ensure a healthier future for all of us. So keeping the environment clean is not a duty for just one person or Loma or government's responsibility alone. Like we always preach on this show, it is a collective responsibility. Hence, the consequences of poor waste management has its own adverse effect on us all. So when waste is indiscriminately dumped, what happens? It clogs drainage systems, which leads to floods that destroy homes and businesses, and also spread of diseases. Now, when plastic waste enters our water bodies, it threatens marine life and ultimately our health. Burning waste pollutes the air, contributing to respiratory diseases and climate change. So if we truly love our neighbors, just the way we love ourselves, as commanded by God, we will not engage in activities that degrade our environment and harm others. So to achieve a clean Lagos, we must adopt a sustainable waste sorting culture, which means our waste should be separated at the point of generation. So we'll delve into that. Like I said, I'll share with you practical ways at which we could, manage waste. It's very important that we keep our environment clean, especially in this holy month. First, we'll go on a break. We'll take a message from our partners, Loma. When we return, we shall serve you some traffic updates. We'll keep you abreast with what's happening out there, even as we talk cleanliness on Cleaning Edge this Saturday morning. Stay here.
Stop it! Yes, you don't do it. Indiscriminate dumping of refuse into drainage channels is prohibited in Lagos State. It has to stop. Henceforth, it's zero tolerance for building or erecting structures on drainages, setbacks, and alignments in Lagos State. Government is doing its best to make our environment clean and safe. As responsible citizens, we too should play our part to sustain it. Dumping of refuse into drainages, canals, or gutters destroys our roads and drainage systems, causes flooding in some areas, and poses great dangers to lives and damage to our public structures. Desist from disposing refuse into drainage channels and canals. It's damaging to the image of Lagos State. Remember, there are laws and regulations guiding the disposal of waste in Lagos State. Offenders will be prosecuted according to the law. Do the right thing. Use refuse bins, not canals, gutters, or drains. Dispose waste responsibly. Protect our drainage system. Contribute to a safer environment for us all. Ìgbéga ìpínlẹ̀ Èkó, Àjùmọ̀ṣe ni o. Office of Drainage Services. Announcer.
If you asked me what a team of heroes look like, I'd say people committed to creating a clean and beautiful state. After all, what's there to love about living in a dirty and harmful environment? That's why at Loma, we built an exceptional team with people like the fearless Binga who picks up waste from your house and streets, the swift Musa who navigates all waste to the landfills, Iya Dupe, the super cleaner who saves our roads from litters, and of course, our magical recycler, Atinuke, who converts waste to wealth. Everyone at Loma is committed to keeping Lagos clean in every way for a safer and healthier Lagos. Loma, a league of heroes. Keep Lagos clean.
Welcome back to Clean and Edge. A traffic report from Alausa Ikeja, and I understand there's still a good flow of vehicular movement within the zone, even at this point in time, on Obafemi Awolowo Way. That's from Barracks to stretch down through Coca-Cola to Radio Island Junction underneath Ikeja Bridge. And the stretch of Latif Jakane Road from Coca-Cola Junction towards Agidingbe looks good as well. Navigating First Gate, Wemco, down to Omole Roundabout, connecting Mobiladi Johnson Avenue. That's from Moto Gate into Secretariat intersection. A good movement in and out. That's what we have recorded. Adini Jones, Nuruddin Olokpupu, connecting Otedola. That's underneath the bridge. Looks good as well. All right, considering some slight delay approaching the various alternation points. And, the same applies to the return journey. Good movement all the way. No major impediment recorded. Traffic managers on ground doing the needful as usual. All right, and so that's for that. Let's look at Kota Isolo in brief. Traffic flow on the stretch of 5-star through Iano Isolo looking very good. Daliko Isolo Bridge, moving traffic. Lasutek roundabout connecting Limca, moving through Aye. College Ishaga all the way down to Uriakari. Good movement is what we are monitoring. We've also observed the traffic situation on the stretch of Uriakari through Kugberi, Big Baku, Okiafa Bridge, and it's looking very good. In and out, Ilasa, Transformer, Akpata, all these corridors aren't looking bad either. And traffic flow on Selejesha Link Bridge, equally a good one. Ballet, Ijesha inward bound too is a fast-moving one. Select connecting Agor Palace looks good as well, just as it is on the return journey, with no impediment recorded so far. All right, then, so that's about it for traffic report. Okay, so let's head straight to the conversation. So we'll be talking sustainable waste management practices, a catalyst for a better environment. And, like I said before that break, in order for us to achieve a clean Lagos, we must adopt sustainable waste sorting cultures. Of course, like we always preach, waste should be separated at the point of generation into organic waste, recyclables, non-recyclables, and hazardous waste, depending on how much waste we generate. And, organic waste include, waste such as food leftovers, fruit peels, and other biodegradable waste that can be composted. Those are the waste that could decay, and you know how it goes now. Food leftovers would end up decaying and all that. So these are organic waste, and we have special ways of disposing them. But first, I'd like us to connect with this traffic manager. We have news coming in. Hello, good morning to you. Hello. Okay, looks like he's not ready for us yet, but we'd love to have you call back, traffic manager, so we can get the traffic news from you. All right, so talking about organic waste, I said food leftovers. They also include fruit peels and other biodegradable waste that can be composted. So these are the waste that can, decompose and, waste that you have to throw away almost immediately so they don't begin to decay. So these are organic waste. For the recyclables, they include plastics, glass, metals, and even paper that can be processed into new products. So you need to note these down. Now, for the non-recyclables, these are materials that cannot be repurposed and must be disposed of properly. And they include plastic bags, straws, coffee cups, ceramics, toys, the floaters, and all that. For hazardous waste, these are waste such as batteries, medical waste, chemicals that require special handling. So these are an advanced, this for the companies, this is an advanced type of waste which Loma has categorized. And, there are special ways of, disposing this waste. Some special kind of treatments need to be done before this waste can be sent to the landfill. So we're not going to delve into that yet, but what really concerns us are the organic and recyclables and even the non-recyclable waste. And of course, just to let you know that sorting waste correctly ensures that what can be recycled is not wasted. Now, reducing pressure on landfills and promoting a circular economy where resources are continually reused. That's the aim of LOMA in this regard. So that's why we're out every Wednesdays and Saturdays to preach waste sorting. It makes it easy for even the PSP operators. And before this can be achieved, what happened? What do you need to do? Of course, you need to get yourself a waste bin, and not just one, but you should have 2 or 3, depending on the kind of waste you generate. All right, so the Olusosun landfill, which is one of Lagos's major dump sites, is filled and undergoing decommissioning. Now, what does this mean? It means that we need a new approach, an approach that focuses on sustainability rather than treating waste as something to be discarded. We must shift our mind towards reducing, reusing, and even recycling. And this encourages a circular economy, which Lagos has been, trying to focus on for some time now, ensuring that resources are continually in use, minimizing waste generation. Now, the goal should be that, in the future, there will be little to nothing cold waste, only materials that can be repurposed. That's the aim of the circular economy, which, Loma has started preaching on almost every episode of the program Cleaning Edge. So let's go on another very quick break. When we come back, I'll be sharing with you some simple steps you can take in order for you to achieve a clean Lagos. I'm not just, coming up with these steps, but it's something for you to take note of and make it a habit. Yes, try and put purpose into these ideas I'll be sharing with you in a bit. Stay here with us.
I need you, you need me. Together we can make Lagos clean. Make sure you throw away your dirt properly, not inside canals to avoid flooding on our roads when it rains. Lagos Traffic Radio say keep Lagos clean, moving Lagos forward.
Welcome back. It's still Cleaning Edge here on Africa's first authentic traffic radio. This is Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. All right, I said I'll be sharing with you some ideas, yes, or steps for a cleaner Lagos, which I believe you're going to, make a habit. First is to own a waste bin. It has become a cliche on this program, yes, because we preach this on almost every episode of this program, Cleaning Edge. Owning a bin is very crucial, and every home in Lagos must have a proper bin to prevent indiscriminate dumping. So what kind of bin are we talking about? Not just the container they put in front of the houses and, where you dump your waste and all of that. But Loma has come up with a particular specification, a specific type of bin. So they have said, okay, it's rather, if you cannot afford the smart bins, would rather you get yourself a 240-liter bin, which must have a lid and 2 tires, so we call it the roll-up bins, and a handle. Yes, this is the specification of bin. And try as much as you can to have 2. Yes, because it also encourages, not just recycling, but waste segregation. So you know where to store your, biodegradable waste and the non-biodegradable waste, which are the recyclables, or even the non-recyclables. This makes it easier for the PSP operators to sort this waste even before they're taken to the landfills. So owning a waste bin is very important. If you do not have one, please, I would advise you go get one. And if you can't afford the Loma smart bins, well, of course, get yourself a 240-liter bin with the right specifications. Now, sorting waste at home is very important. Like I always say on this show, the waste generation begins with us. We are the generators. We are the ones that generate these wastes. So if we cultivate the habit of sorting this waste from the point of generation, things will be easier. Separating this waste into organic, recyclable, and even general waste before disposal makes things easier. It makes waste management and waste handling easy, even for the, PSP operators. Now, engaging the PSP operators. Speaking about PSP operators, yes, a lot of us have refused to engage them because we do not know their importance. But that's why we always say these are the people that have been assigned officially by the state government to come and cut away our waste. It is their duty, it is their job. And if you feel they're not doing their job properly, There are several channels at which you can, lay your complaints. Yes, you can channel your distress. There are channels at which you can, just channel your distress. If you know that you're paying your bills promptly and you're not getting the right efficient service that you need, then you can always connect with Loma. Of course, I'll be giving out those numbers towards the end of the show. So patronizing assigned private sector participation, known as PSP operators for proper waste disposal, is what Loma is preaching, and that is the right way to go. Avoid illegal dumping of waste. Of course, we still see that happening here and there, like it's no man's business. But then, Loma is still advocating and preaching, and they're advising that you do not dump waste on roadsides, drainage channels, or even vacant land. It is detrimental to our health and would in turn have adverse effects on our health, not just the environment. Most importantly, the cat pushers. It is because we see the cat pushers. I feel that's the reason why we tend to shun the PSP operators. But hey, Loma has come out to say these cat pushers have no business with you. They have no business with waste management, because we have the PSP operators who have been officially assigned to do this duty. So these unregulated collectors often dispose waste improperly, which worsens environmental problems. So that's why Loma is saying, hey, shun these cat pushers, because the waste they're evacuating, you feel it's cheap and all, but you don't know where it goes after they leave your house. They go to, dump them indiscriminately, improperly, which worsens environmental problems. And if the environment is not good enough, what happens to the people, the inhabitants there? Of course, life wouldn't be so easy for them. Reduce and reuse. Yes, we've been talking about it for some time now. It all has to do with you limiting single-use plastics and finding creative ways to repurpose household items. There's a long list of, proper waste management habits, which I shall be sharing with you. But our time is fast spent, so we'll continue this conversation next week, Lagos. But let me remind you that a cleaner Lagos is not a dream. It is an achievable goal. So if we all play our parts just by embracing sustainable waste sorting, patronizing PSP operators, which I also mentioned, and avoiding illegal disposal methods, we can create a city that is safe, healthy, and livable for all of us to live in. So as we uphold our faith and values during this Ramadan and Lent, Loma is urging us to extend our commitment to our surroundings, ensuring that future generations inherit a cleaner, greener Lagos together. And of course, we can make this vision a reality, Lagos. So that's going to be my cue out on the show. But first, let me let you know that you can, connect with Loma via the following platforms: on Facebook, loma.gov, Instagram, loma_gov, or you can send a WhatsApp message to 0708 060 1020. That is 0708 060 1020. Big thank you to Mrs. Folashade Kadri, Director of Public Affairs and Enlightenment for Loma. And of course, my executive producer is Tayo Akole. I have Affair John of the social media department. Big thank you for the social media logistics and all. All right, my executive producer Tayo Akole, and the show will come your way again next week Saturday at exactly 9:15. But you then have yourself a wonderful weekend and a great week ahead. My name is Mike James.